Battle Through the Heavens. Chapter 62. Refining plans interrupted by a violent intruder. Xiaoyan's quiet night of cultivation was abruptly shattered by a sudden intrusion, forcing him to balance his family duties with his clandestine growth. Now, navigating the bustling streets of Wutan City under the safety of a disguise, he must reconcile the thrill of his secret progress with the weight of his hidden actions. As he sheds his cloak and faces the reality of his double life, the path to becoming a true expert remains as dangerous as ever.
Xiaoyan wound through the crowded streets of Wutan City before slipping into a deserted alleyway. He shed the heavy black cloak and let out a long, pent-up breath.
Yao Lao, you almost gave me away back there.
Xiaoyan muttered under his breath. A dry, teasing laugh echoed from the ring on his finger.
You know you enjoyed the thrill of it.
Yao Lao replied. Xiaoyan shook his head. A twinge of guilt pricked at his chest. He had gone behind his father's back twice now to auction those pills. He looked down at the cloak bunched in his hand.
I will find a way to pay the Xiao clan back later. I will make it up to him.
He gathered the medicinal ingredients and tucked them against his chest. Moving quickly, he slipped out of the alley and ran back toward the Xiao estate. The compound was quiet. Most of the clan had not yet returned from the auction house. The guards at the gate recognized the young master and offered quick, eager smiles. They didn't dare block his path as he hurried past them and bolted for his room. Once inside, he laid his prizes out on the table with steady, careful hands. The ink leaf lotus was dry and yellowed, but its 5 leaves were as dark as midnight. Each leaf marked 10 years of growth. Next to it sat a snake spirit fruit, a round green orb about the size of a fist. A faint sweetness drifted from it. These fruits grew near the dens of rank 5 serpentine magical beasts and were notoriously difficult to harvest. Their cold nature was perfect for tempering the volatile heat of other medicines. Then there was the spirit gathering grass. It looked like any common weed, but the tips of the blades glowed with a soft, pale light. The brighter the glow, the purer the energy. Finally, he pulled out a rank 2 water magical beast core. It was a deep, translucent blue. The air around it felt damp, a testament to the heavy water energy locked within the stone. Xiaoyan's pulse quickened.
Teacher, the materials are here. Can we start?
What is the rush?
Yao Lao's voice was sharp.
The herbs are not going anywhere. Refining requires absolute silence. It is still too early. If someone barges in and interrupts us, we lose the materials and my presence is exposed. Wait until nightfall.
Xiaoyan blew out a frustrated breath. He gathered the supplies and hid them deep in a cabinet. He threw himself onto the bed to wait for the sun to go down. Half an hour passed. Suddenly, the door flew open with a violent bang. A pair of long, shapely legs stepped into the room. Xiao Yu scanned the area, her eyes landing on Xiaoyan as he scrambled to sit up. She let out a cold huff.
Little master, do you expect an invitation to come down for dinner?
Xiaoyan stared at her, his heart hammering against his ribs. Cold sweat broke out across his back. If he had been in the middle of a refinement, this interruption would have been a disaster. His fear turned to white-hot rage. His jaw tightened, and he sucked in a sharp breath.
Have you never heard of knocking, you stupid woman? Have you no manners at all? Do you have any idea what you almost did?
Xiao Yu blinked, stunned by the sudden venom in his voice. Her face flushed red and her eyes narrowed.
You little brat, I will kick your door whenever I want. In fact, I think I will do it every single day.
She lunged at him, her hand raised to strike. Xiao Yan didn't hesitate. He thrust his palm forward, his fingers curling into a claw.
Vacuum palm!
A powerful suction roared from his hand. Xiao Yu was caught off guard, her momentum yanked forward by the invisible force. She tripped and tumbled onto the bed. Since reaching the 9th stage of Dou Qi, Xiao Yan's control over the technique had sharpened. Pulling a person's weight was no longer the struggle it once was. He didn't give her a chance to recover. He flipped over, pinning her down. His weight held her legs still as his hands clamped onto her wrists. Xiao Yu's face went from red to a deep, embarrassed pink. She thrashed beneath him, her teeth bared.
Let go of me, you little brat! Get off!
Xiao Yan ignored her. He struggled to keep her pinned as she fought, his breath coming in ragged gasps. With a sudden burst of strength, he wrenched her over until she was face down on the mattress. He didn't care about the curve of her waist or the way she struggled. He raised his hand high and brought it down hard on her backside. The sound of the slap cracked through the room.
That is for not knocking!
Xiao Yan growled. He whispered to himself.